Well, we just arrived today at the festival, and so far it was very nice. The welcome was very warm and nice with the people, and unfortunately we have not seen very much of the festival yet because we just came here at lunchtime. But we met the organizers, and I think it's very well organized so far. And we were picked up everywhere and brought everywhere, and yes, that was very good for us. Well, I have to say, actually, almost all of them really scare me because they are quite powerful men, and and also they represent war, and not only the ones with the obvious masks of the war, but also conflict. Or what concerns my movie, also the scary things are not always the obvious scary things, but it can be the aggression underneath. And I'm, of course, since my child has colored skin, I'm very scared of the things, let's say the politicians that tend to the right produce inside the population, because that at the moment maybe this scares me the most, because it concerns myself and my child, and I'm afraid for her future. At the time I was working with youth, how do you call it, with like adolescent people, like between 16 and 19, and they all dropped out of school and did a special kind of job training, and there were a lot of conflicts between them sometimes. So there was a lot of insults. That's I mean, in puberty, I think these things happen quite often. Everyone is a bit insecure, and maybe you also take the insults harder than you do when you're a grown-up. And in my film, there are no young people. There are only people over 30, I think, because the young people did not want to speak publicly about their insults. They would not have spoken about it facing the camera. Maybe just if you don't show them. Yes, but all the people that are in my movie, you can see them, you know who they are. So I found out that only older people were maybe also able to, or were prepared to speak about the insults they experienced in their lives. But actually the reason why I started to film was more the topic that the young people had a lot of problems with that. It was different for every person, but to open up in front of the camera was, with some people I had to work very long time, and to do the interviews more often, because I was not satisfied how much they told me. So like with one guy, we made the interviews maybe 3 times, and then I thought, okay, I can't get out more of him. He won't open up more. So that's all he can give. But with most of them, I of course spoke before I came there with the camera, and the topic was clear. So for like 3 of them, it was quite easy. They just talked about everything we had discussed before. Only for some topics they said, okay, I don't want to speak about this in front of camera, and then that was okay for me. If it was too in detail or too private for them, or maybe also they thought it's not important for the main course. And one woman, the main character actually, was very interesting because she could not, she did never answer a question directly. She always had to talk around the topic, and someone in the interview, she then came to the real important stuff. But she's also the most intense one. So she needed to build her own story, her own history also, again in front of the camera, to come to the real crucial points. And I think it was, of course, a lot of work because I had so much footage then, but it was very good for her strength in the film.